Hey everyone, it's Jen Foster here with Elite Online Publishing. And today I'm going to talk to you about how to publish a book. So, if you've written a book or you've gotten a book you want to publish, you want to put it up on Amazon, you want it to be available in Barnes and Noble and all the bookstores, I'm here to tell you how to do that. Now, you might just think, oh, I'm just going to go find a traditional publisher. And to do that, you would need to get a book agent. And to hire that book agent, they're going to make some kind of a brief for you and a proposal and send that out to all the book publishers. So this process is very lengthy. It could take up to 2 years for you to get picked with a traditional publisher. So I'm going to talk to you about how to get your book done a little bit quicker than that, and that's through self-publishing. So Amazon and Kindle Direct Publishing have made it really easy to publish your book. And here at Elite Online Publishing, we have been doing it for 9 years now. And so Kindle Direct Publishing is one of the places we go to publish your book, but you actually want your book in more places than just Amazon. Amazon's probably the number one place to buy books, but you need to have your book in more than just one place, right? And if you are someone who has a fiction book or a children's book, you probably want that book in a bookstore, like a physical bookstore. And in order to have it in a big physical bookstore, most bookstores and mom and pop bookstores that they don't really like Amazon as your printer because it's harder for them to make any money on the book because Amazon takes so much of the royalty. And so they really like to have a little bit different markup on that. And so you really want to publish your book distribution worldwide. And so to do that, you need to distribute your book everywhere books are sold, not just on Amazon. And that could mean Target, Walmart, Barnes and Noble, who I think it's called Hoopla. I was going to say Hulu, but Hoopla, lots of different places. We actually publish the ebook in all of those places, as well as the paperback. There's many places you can buy ebooks that you wouldn't even think of, even Walmart. And a lot of people don't buy from Amazon just because. So you want to make sure your book is everywhere books are sold. So here at Elite Online Publishing, we do full book distribution. We make sure your book is in all the bookstores. And what that means is when you're publishing and distributing throughout, not just Amazon, you may have to give up 5% more of your royalty. So instead of a 60-40 split, it'd be a 55-45 split, if that makes sense. And so we can help you do that. If you want to publish your book more than just Kindle Direct Publishing, we can help you get that done. We also publish, like I said, the ebook everywhere books are sold. And we also publish our audiobooks everywhere books are sold. So there's ACX, which is Audible, where you can publish your audiobook. But that Audible only lets you, or ACX only lets you, put your book on 3 places. So it'll do it on Audible, Amazon, and iTunes. And that's where it publishes it. And those 3 only. And it's actually opposite split. It's a 40-60 split. So you only keep 40% and Audible and ACX keep 60, or Amazon is the parent company. And so we actually like to publish our audiobooks everywhere audiobooks are sold, like Hoopla and Walmart and Spotify, right? So everywhere that you can get an audiobook, we want your book to be there. And so we actually distribute your audiobook in more than 40 places, not just 3. So now there is a few of the clients who will say, oh, well, if I do that, ACX only going to give me 25% instead of 40%. So I don't want to publish everywhere. Well, you're giving up a little bit of money, but you're giving up all of those other people who are going to be buying the book that maybe don't have an Audible subscription, right? And so you could actually keep up to 70% of your book, or 50%, depending on the store, right? They'll give you more royalties. So we believe that you should have your book everywhere books are sold. So that's why we publish all 4 formats, the ebook, the paperback, the hardcover, and the audiobook, and we distribute them everywhere books are sold. And that's what I would recommend you do if you're self-publishing, is to do all 4 formats and do it everywhere books are sold. Now you might be thinking, oh, well, I don't know how to do an audiobook, or I don't know how I would get my audiobook done. But there's so many ways to get your audiobook done. Of course, you can have your own microphone like this one, and you can record it yourself. You can go into a closet and record it with all the clothes around, the padding. You could go to a studio and record it. You could rent out a studio. There's also places where you could just rent, there's places you can just rent office space and they usually have podcast rooms. You can go in and record it there. So if you want to record it yourself, you do have to have a really good audiobook voice and be able to read it. I do recommend going to a studio that knows how to do that, because if if the studio is going to be editing it and helping you with the levels, that's what the hardest part of recording it. The best way is to hire someone who's actually does it for a living. So an actor who reads books for a living, and find someone to read your book for you. And you can find that person through ACX or on Upwork or Fiverr or any of those places. But then there's also AI. So AI can read your book for you. Google Play has a really cool way that you could have AI read it for you. I've been playing around with that, and I think sounds pretty good. But then there's also AI can learn your voice, and AI can read it in your voice. We know a few authors who we've listened to their audiobook samples on Amazon, and you would never know that it wasn't them. It sounds just like them because AI learned their voice and then finished reading the book for them. So there's so many ways you can do audio. But these are the ways to publish your book. We believe you should publish your book everywhere books are sold. And you want to keep all your rights and royalties. Don't give it away to the publishers. I think it was Tim Ferriss who said that he made 30 cents on his book, The Tools for the Titans. 30 cents on one book. And this book is like a hardcover like this thick, like 500 pages. And it's a transcription of all the podcasts that he's done and the expertise. It's a great book. But I'm telling you, 30 cents, like the effort that he went into doing all of that, and he only makes 30 cents. I think that's sad. I think you should make more than 30 cents on your book. So self-publishing is the way to go. Elite Online Publishing helps you to do that. Self-publishing, you can keep all your rights and royalties. We look forward to working with you. Go to our website and hit that author submission button and see if we're a good fit. Have a great day.